So I'm back with a second video. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the time when I almost got killed at University Hospital while being pregnant. Or I should say delivering my baby. Get into it. So I had to stay in the hospital because I was high risk or whatever. When I say I had to stay in the hospital, it was about 5.5 weeks. So I get started. I'm on the hospital bed. And if you ever had a baby, I was in the hospital bed or whatever. I already had IV because, like I said, I was already in the hospital. Like I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, so I'm sitting there, they hooking me up. You know what I'm saying? They trying to see how many centimeters I was dilated. I was 1. She couldn't believe it. Why? I have no idea. I was 34 weeks pregnant. Am I supposed to be dilated? I guess. Alright, so every week go past. Mind you, I'm 30 weeks when I'm in there. I get down to about 34 weeks. Nope, I was 19 weeks when I went in there. I was 19 weeks when I went in there. I'm sure, man. I was 29 weeks when I went in there. I was 29 weeks when I went in there. I was 34, man, probably a day when I had my baby. But getting into it. So the day I had my baby, I'm sitting here waiting. Now they said since I was having vaginal birth, where they go in and they break your water and they put a pill in there to get you started. Was it a pill? No. Doctor or nothing. But at 34 weeks, am I supposed to be dilated? Okay. I'm just saying. Y'all leave a comment below if you think you're supposed to be dilated at 34 weeks. Here go the scary shit. So, I'm in the bed. I'm trying to take a nap. And I'm like, the lady like, if you need anything, just tell me. So I'm like, okay. Laying in the bed. Here comes a doctor. Hey, no, the nurses. Hey, we need you to move on your left side. So I'm like, okay. She like the baby heartbeat dropping and this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay. So I lay on my right side, propped up with pillows and everything. So like 15 minutes go past. Mind you, trying to stay still in a bed where you about to get how your baby at is uncomfortable. And my baby heartbeat was dropping. So, like I said, 15 minutes later, the nurse came back in. Ma'am, we need you on your other side. Baby heartbeat still dropping. I'm like, okay. Man, this happened like 6 times before the next shift came in. I went to go deliver my baby at 9 o'clock. This happened all the way up until 7 o'clock the next morning with my baby heart rate dropping. So they come in, they bust my water and everything. I'm like 5 centimeters dilated. So they're like, okay, we're progressing. Whatever. So my baby her heart is dropping again. Like I said, it happened all that night. So I'm tossing and I'm turning, and they tossing me and turning me from like 9 to 7 in the morning. So speeding things up, the 7 o'clock doctor came in. Nope, I'm missing the part. So I'm 5 centimeters dilated. And they asked me, do I want an epidural? Yes, I want an epidural. I did not want to be in pain. Commend you women who've never had an epidural, while being pregnant. That was the better way. That was the safer way, I should say, with what's happening. And it get crazier. So, get my epidural, sitting up on the table, just like this. You got to tip over a little bit. You got to come a little forward, So, mind y'all, I'll just say this one more time. My baby's heart rate had been dropping. Okay. Mind you. So, I'm sitting up. And as I'm sitting up, the nurse is in front of me. The lady who's putting the thing in my back is called a anesthesiologist. So she's in my back. I'm towards the nurse or whatever, and I'm bent down like this. And I've never felt this ever before, but I felt like I was finna pass out. And I've never had that in labor. And I felt like I was finna pass out. Like I could no longer stand up. Like I was about to faint. Like something was, and I'm telling the nurse this, like, ma'am, I ain't never been this hot before. It felt like a heat was rushing to my face. And I was about to pass out. Mind you, at the same time, the lady is in my back with the knee. So, as she trying to get the space in the back of between my back, she pierced my back. And as soon as she pierced my back, no seconds later, the freaking doctor came in and said, lay her on her side. Her baby's heart is dropping. Now, the nurse didn't give, no, run that. The doctors didn't give the okay for the anesthesiologist just to stop. They just laid me down immediately. So I lay down. My baby heart rate gets stable or whatever. And they like, can we still do your epidural? And I'm like, no. Like, I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to sit on the table, be sweating, and about to pass out because like I said, I've never experienced that before. When I tell y'all,